New plan for American politics, with President Obama floating the idea of making voting mandatory in this country, like they do in Australia, where folks face fines if they do not cast ballots.
Be transformative if everybody voted. That would counteract money more than anything. If everybody voted, then it would completely change the political map in this country.
Completely change the political map. Joining us to talk about it, Nina Easton, senior editor and columnist at Fortune magazine and a Fox News contributor. A.B. Stoddard, associate editor and columnist at The Hill. Welcome to both of you. Completely change the political map, Nina. Is he talking about putting more Democrats in power? I mean, there are more registered Democrats in this country than Republicans, so if you make voting mandatory, presumably you get more Democrat politicians.
Well, of course. And don't we love hearing something that should be an honor in a democracy becoming a mandate from Washington? How great is that? But this is based on two canards that this president cited in that same speech. One is that, quote, as he puts it, some folks prevent people from voting, which, of course, is a reference to voter ID laws in states. It's ridiculous that people don't have to have IDs to vote. You have to have an ID to work. You have to have an ID to check into a doctor's office, and by this continued argument that you shouldn't have to have an ID is just ghettoizing some people. And the second canard is this question of big money in politics, and it supposedly skews politics so much. Well, this president used super PACs and other forms of independent expenditures to win re-election in 2012. That helped him. So it's not like it skewed politics in that election.
A.B., does he really think this is going to happen? I mean, I'm kind of curious as to why he brings this up now.
I think he would like it to happen. I don't think it's going to catch fire. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think he would like it to happen. And the reason is President Obama believes that Democrats would win in great numbers, and if everyone was forced to a vote. He believes this. You could see it the morning after the thumping in the second thumping in the 2014 midterm elections. He got out to the mics and said, basically, 2/3 of the country didn't vote, so I'm going to speak to them and tell them I'm sorry, you're frustrated. He did not take it as a message from the people who got in the car and went to vote to register their voice, because it was a low turnout election and he believed his voters didn't vote, and had they voted, he would have the Democrats would have done well in the congressional election. So he believes that that's why it would change, quote unquote, the entire political map. I'm for getting rid of big money in politics. I don't like it when Democrats and Republicans use it, but this is probably not going to be our path forward.
So, to A.B.'s point, Nina, is that why the president has doubled down on many of his more liberal initiatives, even after his party got spanked pretty badly in the midterm elections?
Yeah, there's very much a belief in inside this White House that was a low turnout election, that it didn't actually represent how people really feel, that it was only, it was the lowest turnout, by the way, for a midterm election since World War II. So it was a low turnout election. Therefore, he doesn't believe it has legitimacy. Keep in mind, though, presidential elections are much higher. That's way over 50% of voters vote.
We'll see what happens come November of 2016.
Yeah.
Bigger numbers ahead, almost certainly. Nina Easton, A.B. Stoddard, thank you both.